Hello, and welcome to the Reddit Dota 2 League Central European Time Wednesday Division. Matchup for you today is Offlaners Co. against Secret Weapon. Pull up some standings here real quick. Tell you what's up. Offlaners Co. have 2 wins and 2 losses. Secret Weapon have, where are they? 2 wins and 2 losses. So both teams 1-1 loss one coming in here. Let's look at some match schedule here. So in first week, Secret Weapon lost to Toxicity Ain't a Crime. I don't know, is week 0 a preseason week? I guess maybe it is, because it doesn't seem to count in the standings. Excuse me. So let's talk about this draft, shall we? We have a first pick phase. I had a first pick Faceless Void in one of my games yesterday from Offlaners Co. The first pick's Lich from Secret Weapon. Bans coming out on Slark and Earth Spirit from Offlaners Co. and on Lone Druid and Invoker from Secret Weapon. So we'll see. I've got the some Dota buff stats up about these teams. Doing some actual stats this time. So we'll see if we can see any patterns in what heroes the teams like to pick. Looking at Offlaners Co, I'm seeing a lot of Winter Wyvern, but they also did play Faceless Void in both of their games against Vape Nation last week. 1-1 and lost 1. So clearly liking the Faceless Void. Also played Witch Doctor in both games last week. Offlaners Co. See if they go back to that. Meanwhile, Secret Weapon picking up the Beastmaster. So Secret Weapon going with a more conventional draft, getting your support and your offlaner early rather than going for a carry. Although I suppose Faceless Void probably going to be played in the offlane. We did see Lich played. I only have one of the 2 matches from Secret Weapon last week visible on Dota Buff against Down Under. One that they won, and they played Lich in that game. No Beastmaster in recent matches, so I'm not sure where that will be. Offlaners Co, meanwhile, picking up their mid lane hero with the Zeus. So Core's first draft for Offlaners Co can be risky. Open yourself up to some counter picking here. And now we are into the second phase of bans. And Spectre being banned out, so Secret Weapon really banning hard carries. Maybe giving the impression that they're not too interested in playing very late game against Offlaners Co. And Vengeful Spirit ban coming out from Offlaners. And Vengeful Spirit, looking at the draft history for Secret Weapon, they played in their match against Paul Von Dodge and in their match against Toxicity Ain't a Crime. So, first 2 weeks of the season, heavy Venge usage by Secret Weapon. Didn't use it last week, although they might have used it in the match that's not on Dota Buff. So, targeted ban there from Offlaners. Don't want to face up against Neshus. Although I'm looking at one of the matches here, and the Vengeful Spirit had 1 kill, 9 deaths, and 8 assists, so not the greatest 10 assists. But I guess you're going to die a lot on Venge, it's kind of the nature of the hero. And we see the Witch Doctor ban coming out, so some more targeted bans coming out. Offlaners Co played Witch Doctor both matches last week. Secret Weapon ban it out. And a Lion ban in return. And so now we are into the second pick phase. Secret Weapon going to be looking for probably their second support and a mid laner in this phase. I would guess the way they're going to save their safe laner for last, but could pick a safe laner now. Whereas Offlaners Co really needs to lock in some support players, some support heroes, I think, in this phase of the draft. Otherwise, they're going to be in trouble. And they have indeed gone for a safe lane carry with the anti-mage straight away. So, you know, get some magic resistance. Makes him useful against the Zeus, able to tank through all of that damage that pours out of him a bit more effectively. And obviously Zeus is a very tempting target for Mana Void late in team fights, so I think that's a good pick from Secret Weapon. And Spirit Breaker from Offlaners Co. So that's presumably going to be a 4-position Spirit Breaker given the draft they already have. And now we'll see if Secret Weapon pick a mid hero or go for their final support pick.
5 seconds remaining.
Not much reserve time left. Secret Weapon gonna have to make some quick decisions at the end of the draft here. And the Mirana pickup. So more of a roaming support than a lane support. I suspect we might see Beastmaster taking the offlane solo then, and Lich and Anti-Mage in the safe lane with Mirana having a bit more of a free role. It could be a farming mid Mirana. I mean, there's this new Aghanim's upgrade. Who knows? And there's the Winter Wyvern for Offlaners Co. Mentioned earlier on that was a hero that they played a lot, although not using it last week against Vape Nation. I'm just going to check and see if it was banned in those matches. No, it doesn't look like it was. At least not in the one that I'm looking at. So maybe they just didn't like the sound of Winter Wyvern last week. But going back to it, an old favorite. Maybe it was there. Let's see, JHD, JHD, JHD. Not sure. He will be playing that Winter Wyvern anyway. The captain. So final phase of bans. Klink's banned out by Secret Weapon.
10 seconds remaining.
1 ban left for Offlaners Co. And then it will be a mid hero for Secret probably. Offlaners Co have a lot of reserve time left though, so they'll probably be looking to ban out something from the mid. And then Offlaners Co will be last picking a safe lane carry, unless Void could be safe lane. They could pick up. I mean, you could, yeah, potentially have Spirit Breaker in the off lane and Void in the safe lane, and then pick up another support sort of hero last pick. I'm not sure I like that. Offlaners taking their time here. And why not? And it's a Bane ban. Interesting. So not banning a mid hero, banning a support hero. So maybe they think this is a mid Mirana. It could also be a mid Beastmaster. Don't see that too much. Generally more effective in the off lane with the addition of the new jungle camps. In the off lane just makes Beastmaster able to, you know, fall back to those, get a bit of farm when the creep equilibrium is not in his favor. So last pick for offlaners now. Expect this to be a safe lane carry hero. but they have some flexibility in their lanes here, so could be something else.
Seconds remaining.
Offlaners Co in no hurry to get started, and it's a Doom. Okay, so I think we might see the Faceless Void safe lane then. It's going to be interesting. They're going to have a double melee lane unless they have Spirit Breaker just roaming. So, curious to see. And Disruptor support last pick. So, it's going to be a mid Mirana, I would expect. Core Mirana out of Secret Weapon. Going up against the Zeus from Offlaners. So, let's introduce the players. On the side of Secret Weapon, heading up towards the mid lane on the Mirana with 3 pool tangos. Oh, we've got to disconnect. Okay, well, take our time with the introductions then. On the Mirana, we have MTN. Says he's a stand-in. He has played 1 game for Secret Weapon before, so maybe not a regular player for the team, but has played before. I like this mount with the horns. So heading mid, MTN on Mirana. Heading to the bottom lane with 2 sentry wards and an observer ward on the Disruptor is Aztec, and heading to farm the safe lane on the anti-mage is MGA. Lich waiting mid lane to deny one of the first creeps, played by Neshu, and the offlane Beastmaster, Warzy of Time Shrug. And for the dire side, offlane Co, we have Faceless Void, played by Paju in the safe lane, supported by Inukatl, not sure about that one, on the Winter Wyvern. Mid lane on the Zeus is going to be SBX 320. Spirit Breaker, the captain, JHD. Looks like he'll be starting out on the off lane, and alongside him on the Doombringer will be Ensphere. Some dewarding already taking place by the Disruptor, and we're going to see Mirana get this bottom rune secured, and Zeus will get top rune. So both mid laners getting their runes. We're going to see a fast bottle from Zeus. No, went in for that null talisman first instead. So Lich has denied this range creep out, doing a creep block, so going to be a good start for Mirana in lane. And then Lich is going to head down to the bottom lane, so it'll be a tri-lane with the anti-mage for Secret Weapon. And this Doom going to be heading to this jungle camp with the Spirit Breaker alongside him in lane. So more ward wars going on here, but Spirit Breaker not going to want to go in and get rid of this observer just yet, playing it cool. Mid lane we see, despite the Lich's help, the Zeus able to get last hits pretty easily, and that is the nature of Zeus. With that Q, it's just so easy to get last hits in lane early on, and you get free harass damage as well. It's kind of disgusting. Seeing a bit of scuffling going on down bottom, some pulling has been going on, some jungle camps have been stacked. Both pretty tanky heroes, so we tough. Might see some Hadoukens coming out, change things up a bit. These guys get too close together. But 2 offlaners here for Offlaners Co. competing for farm. This lane, I'm not sure how much they're going to get out of it, or how much they're going to disrupt this anti-mage. Doing okay already, 6 last hits, 3 denies. They really want to make sure he gets a good start. MGA. Out on this other offlane, Warzy of Time should have a pretty okay time on the Beastmaster. Got the boars, got the hawk, you know, going to be able to see what's going on. Doesn't have to worry too much about getting ganked. And has this ward down as well. Oh, sorry, no, that's a dire ward. doing pretty okay. Mirana has picked it up in the mid lane here. No, neither of them going for first rune. No bottles out yet, but looks like they are both coming out. Yeah, very similar bottle timings here, so very even mid lane. Offlaners really struggling here. 3 last hits between them. Whereas Warzy has 6. So it's going to take a long time before Doom is available. Especially with all these denies being racked up by the anti-mage, who is now the leader in last hits. It's just going to take a while. So we do now see a double damage Spirit Breaker rotating mid. And a charge is heading top. But it doesn't look like the safe lane duo is too interested in going in on this. And we did see a ping come out, so I think it was seen, yeah, and JHD wisely decides against going for the Spirit Breaker in that instance. Doombringer now alone down here at least, which means he'll get a bit more EXP, although Anti-Mage still racking up the denies, missed that one, but doing pretty well. And farming pretty uncontested, 700 gold already. Gonna be going for that Battlefury. Now they are gonna go on the Beastmaster. Slow from the Arctic burn, but it's not enough. Beastmaster walks away with half health. Finishes up that Iron Talon, so we'll probably be relocating to the jungle if this lane gets too hairy. Faceless Void, haven't really talked about him much so far, but doing well on the safe lane. Oh, and we're going to see a go on the Doombringer bottom. This could be close. The glimpse comes in, and I think this is going to be first blood here. See who it goes to. Is he going to get away? No, he will not. The Lich with the Frost Blast? Yes, it is called Frost Blast. Kills the Doombringer, so Neshu gets first blood. And a good start for the tri-lane bottom. Excuse me. And we can see that the dire side lane setup struggling a bit on the levels here. Roaming Spirit Breaker, not got much going on, halfway to level 3. Doombringer only level 3 and Winter River as well. But plenty of farm coming up. In fact, now the leader in last hits, thanks to a bit of extra support from Spirit Breaker, is this Faceless Void. Looks like going to be going into Keela straight off the bat. Mid lane matchup, very even. Mirana leading on denies, but similar sort of farm, so a bit of a level advantage for Mirana. But the Zeus still doing okay. Got Boots waiting to fly out. Mirana already has hers, going for her Ring of Aquila pretty soon. Meanwhile, Anti-Mage, 1500 gold. Picks up his Ring of Health. And this lane all but abandoned now. Doombringer trying to head back, clear out this jungle camp, as we were talking about, these new offlane jungle camps. So helpful. But this tri lane working out really well so far. Looks like this game might end up coming down to just a straight up battle between farmed Anti-Mage and farmed Faceless Void. I feel like farmed Anti-Mage is going to come out on top of that. Obviously, you know, good Chronospheres can change everything. I think some moves around this dire jungle here. And does this ward block out this camp? Maybe it does. That'd be a pretty crafty move by a secret weapon. Really make this Doom struggle. And they are going in for a gank on mid lane, but SBX wise to this, pulling back, and support is coming through. Anukatel and the charge onto Neshu. Very dead very quickly. Arrow flies through and misses. Aztec trying to glimpse back the chasers and will survive. Frost Blast comes out, but it's not enough. Not Frost Blast. Splinter Blast. It's a different Ice Blast ability. So, first kill on the board for Offlaners Co. Bit of a poorly executed gank mid there from Secret Weapon, but I like the idea. Beastmaster back in the top lane. Doing pretty well. Oh, missed a kill. Like the Anti-Mage and Mirana. So Mirana came with a rune bottom, I'm going to guess, and got that gank off on the Doombringer. So sad times continue for the Doombringer. 2 deaths. And Anti-Mage continuing to farm up. You see the first Chronosphere of the game has gone top. I don't think this is going to be enough to kill Warzy of Time, but The Zeusalt will get it. Can MTN get the counter kill on Paju? It would be great. Starfall is enough to get it. The charge is coming in, but that'll probably be cancelled. And Lich is coming in to support as well. Charge still going. Don't do it, JHD. There we go. So 3-2 now with that exchange. Pretty close early game. But seeing a slight lead from the laning stage for Secret Weapon at this point. Excuse me, camera work. This Doom continues to be sad. No items to speak of really, and it's that level disparity continuing with Secret Weapon getting better EXP spread throughout their team, throughout their supports and all their core heroes. Whereas the support's really struggling for Offlaners Co. Bit of a speculative arrow mid. Oh, that was actually a pretty good prediction by MTN on this Mirana. So going straight for the Ags. This is kind of what I thought we would see from Mirana after this patch, is that Ags is kind of just a good farming item, right? Because you just shit stars everywhere. So Zeusalt being used there. Not really sure. Oh no, it wasn't. Excuse me. 4 heroes down in the bottom lane area at the moment. Pinging out JHD farming here. But not much action at the moment. Both teams content to farm. Both safe laners farming really well. Anti-Mage doing a bit better, as is Perseverance. Going in a bit deep is the Beastmaster here. Chronosphere is up, and I think this could be a kill, but the Roar only catches 1, not able to get both. There's the Zeus ultimate, there's the Chronosphere, catches 2, more TPing in, but the Dire side is going to back off here. They don't want to fight this. I think Glimpse is going to see the captain die. JHD's Spirit Breaker does go down in exchange, so decent trade for Offlaners Co, I guess. That Beastmaster was a bit more farmed than the Spirit Breaker. I mean, the Spirit Breaker, you know, continues to not be doing too well. And we still, you know, no Doom in sight. Up to level 5 now, and is in this jungle trying to get up to level 6, but just not there yet. Looks like they want to go on this Faceless Void, perhaps. Got 2 heroes up here from Secret Weapon. And the charged Spirit Breaker coming back through to scare them away. Anti-Mage is going to have his Battle Fury before the 15-minute mark, I would say, comfortably, with the way he's farming. So, pretty peaceful game. Had a couple ganks come to his lane, but hasn't had to rotate out at all as MGA. But then again, neither safe laners really had to go anywhere, do anything too exciting. Get over to net worth here, and we see, oh, check out the graphs, why not? So yeah, as we thought, moderate advantage, not actually being sustained, but you know, pretty reasonable advantage. 2000 EXP, very small gold lead though, so I think still pretty even as we hit the 11-minute mark and head into the mid-game. And both teams pretty static, farming their jungles. Haven't been any ganks for a few minutes. You see it's a couple heroes mid. But no towers going down either. No serious commitments to pushing. So curious, it looks, might even have a Battle Fury Void here, which would be interesting. Has got Treads and Aquila so far. Oh, and we're going to see Winter River. Oh, just barely not make it out there. Last ranged attack from Aztec gets the kill. So Wyvern come down here to try and get some much needed levels. Bottom on net worth, trying to get some farm on this bottom lane. Didn't go well at all, and that's more money into the pocket of this anti-mage. Is that the... Yeah, it's the broad claymore, sorry, flying out. So very close to Battle Fury. You see Warzy of Time deep in this jungle again and wants to go on Faceless Void. TP's coming in, but the first hit Time Lock Bash causing problems. There's the roar. Disruptor's here. Static Storm comes down. Charge will come in, but I think it will be too late. Paju will go down here. Great gank by Secret Weapon. Kill goes on to the Disruptor, and that really puts MGA in a comfortable position of knowing that he's going to be ahead as the safe laner. Also, Zeus died, and I missed that completely. Looks like it was Mirana and the Lich coming in here to combine. And C3 starting to build some momentum here. Taking some good kills in all three lanes. Getting good farm. And we're close to this Ags for Mirana. It's going to be interesting. Charge is going to come out though. Lich is still waiting. And it was a trap. Wow, what a play. Spirit Breaker goes down. TPs are coming in, but this Chronosphere is not going to do anything. Lich throws out the ultimate as Mirana Moonlight Shadow goes off. Zeus thought about ulting there. Didn't do it again. And they're sticking around mid. Arrow comes in. Doombringer is going to go down. He's in the Rage Cage and cannot escape. Suddenly things are looking pretty bad for Offlaners Co. This mid tower is pretty vulnerable. Secret Weapon not ready to go for the push just yet. Oh no, maybe they are. They're still hanging out here. So I might see a bit of 4 Protect 1 Dota from Offlaners Co. Oh, there. Zeus ult faked again, and 2 heroes are very low for Secret Weapon, so they need to be careful about this. Disruptor going for that mech, but slow farming game for him and won't be there for a while. And very poor supports for Offlaners Co at the moment. And there is that Battle Fury. 14 minutes. Free farming anti-mage. See if it's probably into a Manta style next. Offlaners do get their eye on that mid tower, so good news for them. And I'm going to see an attempt on the Doombringer here. Glitch is going to come back, and that is another death. Doesn't manage to get it on the anti-mage, although I'm sure he would have liked to. But this Doom now, 4 deaths. Very little farm. Picked up the Windlace. And looks like maybe building towards a Vlad's is the first item, but this Doom is suffering. Has not yet cast Doom, I don't think, but at least does now have the ability available. This offlane tower is going to go down. And that's a 2 tower lead now for the Radiant side. They're going to be feeling pretty confident. Beastmaster working towards the Necro Book. Going to have it pretty soon here. Farming up this offlane jungle camp quite a lot. Not getting too much out of the lane, but managing to stay alive for the most part, which is important. Faceless Void. So, going for the Vanguard. Not the Battle Fury as I suspected. So, not going to farm terribly quickly. I think that's really where this Void safe lane pick is going to fall down, maybe, against the anti-mages. It's just not going to keep up in the farm stakes with this anti-mage now that the Battle Fury is on board. I mean, already has a 2,000 gold lead, and that's only going to grow, right? Unless Void went for an early Midas or some other sort of farming item to help him keep up. So Paju's going to have a bad time here. Thinking about Chronosphere, perhaps? Yes, is going to Chronosphere Wazery of Time, but Moonlight Shadow comes out and is going to keep Beastmaster alive, and the Disruptor comes in with the Static Storm ultimate. Might not be enough. Will not be enough, as Paju is able to time walk away, but you see a rotation coming through from the Mirana. Here comes the arrow. Will it hit? No, the creeps save their carry. Now 3 heroes top for both teams as the captain JHD comes in while Anti-Mage gets going on that jungle farm, and they're disrupting, you know, even further the farm of this Faceless Void, and the Aghanims has come up on this Mirana, so there's going to be stars falling from the sky all the time. JHD is dead. Paju might also be dead here, tries to time walk out of it, but the tower goes down to Beastmaster, and the Faceless Void is going to go down to the Beastmaster. Wow. Those wild axes doing big damage. Doombringer in the jungle here looking for the anti-mage, but I don't think he wants what this anti-mage is bringing. Also going for the Vanguard on the anti-mage, so this is really becoming a value pickup item early on for agility heroes, now that it can build into that Abyssal Blade later in the game. Just lets you survive those mid-game team fights, which is really always, you know, the traditional Achilles heel of your agility carries, that you get nuked down by all the support heroes when they get their high damage spells going in the mid game. You just can't live. So C3 opening up a massive lead at this stage of the game. 10,000 XP, 10,000 gold. Comfortably exceeded at this point. And we see that gap between the anti-mage and the Faceless Void continues to grow out. In fact, Faceless Void pretty much hasn't farmed since we last talked about that gap. Thanks to the pressure that was applied top and the kill. So Secret Weapon looking good here. And this Mirana farming very well. Keeping up with the anti-mage almost. That's partly because of 5 kills and 5 assists. So very high kill participation. For participation? How do you say that word? For MTN. But we could see fight here. The Hawk is coming in to provide a bit of vision, and we have a couple of heroes, 3 heroes smoked up, and they're going to collapse down, and they should be able to get a kill off on this Lich. Zeus Ult is used and the charge gets the kill. Doom is used for the first time, and Disruptor dies as well. MTN caught. This is a big turnaround in the Chronosphere. Just some poor positional play there by Secret Weapon, and a big team fight win. Huge gold swing there, nearly 4k gold, 4k XP, so taking a big chunk out of the lead of Secret Weapon, and might even get a mid tower off of this. But Fort is coming, Beastmaster is here, Lich will be back soon, Anti-Mage is TPing in, and Offlaners Co are going to back off. Will be the Yasha probably into Manta style next for our fast farming Anti-Mage, up to 10,000 net worth already. So, bit of a ray of sunshine for the Radiant side, for the Dire side even there, but still have a long way to go, and still, you know, these support heroes just struggling. Soul Ring up, only real item for the Winter Wyvern. Spirit Breaker has Tranquil Boots and a wand, and apart from that has been buying wards, and you know, no chance of any items coming in any soon, no urn to be had. It's gone for the drums on the Doom, not the Vlad. So phase drums starting to become a real hero. Is this Doom, you know, got a spell off in the last fight, so Endsphere feeling a bit better about life at this point. Still has a ways to go though in farm. The Zeus, haven't really talked about his itemization, but has gone for the Veil and Aether Lens, so really just wanting to maximize damage output here. Presume we'll see the Ags next. Looking to do a bit of dewarding. And the Void after the Vanguard has gone into a Yasha. So a lot of, you know, early game items here, but no real, no big items yet for this Void, and not a huge amount of damage output yet. So a lot of room to grow. Is the most farmed hero on his team, and is, you know, not too far behind the Anti-Mage. Got some good farm going. Only about 3,000 gold behind, so close that gap a little bit. And things have settled down a bit now. Check out the items for the Radiant team. Disruptor, heading for those Guardian Greaves. Not too far away. Mirana, Ags BOTs, has had a first death now. Not sure what the next item choice will be. May go straight into some right-click damage at this stage, perhaps. We'll see. Anti-Mage, Yasha now completed, heading for that Manta style, and Necro 2 for the Beastmaster, soon to be Necro 3, and presumably we'll be heading into a Blink Dagger after that. Lich, the poor one at the moment, looks like a Blink perhaps for Lich, or maybe just saving for Ag's components or something else. But no mech, interestingly, on the Radiant side. Oh no, sorry, what am I talking about? Disruptor has a mech. There's no mech on the Dire side is what I meant to say, which is kind of understandable given how poor their supports are. Mirana does have an invis rune here, although the star shit kind of gives you away a little bit. Arrow heading out trying to catch someone farming, but there's two heroes very far out for secret weapon. In fact, Disruptor's going back in to place down a ward, and is probably going to pay for that ward with his life. Oh, good glimpse there. Keeping the Spirit Breaker away, and there was no response from Offlaners Co. to kill that Disruptor, so gets away with it. Dodges the arrow with a charge. Nicely done for JHD, but the roar comes through. The Mirana is here. Starshit comes down, and that's a dead cow. Faceless Void, very scared, hides and runs back bottom lane where there's a Doom on the anti-mage. This would be a huge kill. Chronosphere goes off, and I think MGA is going to go down here. First death for the anti-mage, first bump in the road for this anti-mage who's been having a wonderful time of it. Freeform did buy the Manta style recipe beforehand, so hasn't lost too much progress, but a nice turnaround there. And Faceless Void got the kill, so Void also now getting close to Manta style. Not over yet for Offlaners Co. Oh, as I say that, arrow comes through and Padru seems good. Stars fall down and the right clicks, but not quite enough. Zeus comes in. Still 3 heroes here, but no re-engagement. Arrow will go back through. Just missed the void, and D-wards will go through. So, little exchange, trying to get revenge for their carry dying, but not able to get it. Meanwhile, Beastmaster, Necro 3 is up, and the push is going to get very scary from this Beastmaster. Now these Necro units will eat through the creeps and the buildings, cause real problems when you kill them. No BKBs in sight for any of the Dire heroes, and they're being taken on Ring Around the Rosie here. Good stuff. Nice micro from the Beastmaster player. Vision battle has been hotly contested for this entire game. We've seen wards being thrown up and taken down all the time. Even the illusion of Mirana is enough to drive off JHD here. Anti-mage probably getting close to that man style now. Yeah, just another couple hundred gold to go. Beastmaster starting to save that blink. What did Lich buy in the end? Lich did buy a blink dagger. That's a bit of an unconventional item choice from Neshu, I would say. But with the Disruptor going for the mech, there's no early game items you really need on the Lich. But I think a earlier what am I saying? Earlier Aghanim Scepter might prove valuable. You already have some initiation with the Beastmaster Roar, although his blink is a little bit later. Just not sure how much value the Blink Frost Blast initiation really gives you. But I suppose it's better than nothing. Now we see a smoke come in, and Offlaners Co. There's a counter smoke. Offlaners Co. will get the Doom off on this Disruptor, and the Zeus ult will go, but I don't think that's going to be enough to kill him. And Secret Weapon will disengage, watching for the deny if it's needed, but it is not. Disruptor will live. Mirana ult spent, Zeus ult spent. No, Zeus ult was only faked. I keep getting caught out, he's so good. SBX 320. So good at faking Zeus ult that he fools me every time. There's the Manta style on our anti-mage. And the push continues to get scary and scarier and scarier for Secret Weapon. Necro 3. Anti-mage illusions. Really gonna cause problems. Lots of vision up for the Dire team. But slowly getting taken out, and it's been the Veil of Discord, so Marana going for a magic damage build. This is really interesting. I've not seen a Marana Ags first build before, so it's fun to see what it is. And we're going to see an engagement around this bottom lane again, just like we did previously. Last time, Secret Weapon were able to disengage, but the leap and the arrow, perfectly timed by MTN, kill off. Oh, but the damage in the Chronosphere is too much. Lich Ult bouncing through. Not the greatest Cold Embrace, and Offlaners Co are going to back out. Sorry, I'm still not very good at casting team fights. I just freeze up. I'll get better slowly. So slight win there for Secret Weapon. In fact, Anti-Mage wasn't even there, so that's a big win. They're able to create space for the Anti-Mage and clean up that tower, tier 2 tower top lane. So only one tier 2 tower left for the side of Offlaners Co. All towers still standing. In fact, all towers pretty healthy. Mid lane, the only tower even close to half health, so actually a tiny bit below half health.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
So Secret Weapon continue to have a really strong hold on this game. Couple of blips we can see, but their advantages have continued to grow. 15,000 XP, excuse me, 15,000 gold. 28 minutes into the game. Beastmaster has his Blink Dagger now, so that initiation gets really scary. You know, Moonlight Shadow, Blink Roar, you're never going to see it coming, and there's not much you can do about it. Question becomes, how soon will Secret Weapon want to push this? How conservatively do they want to play? I'd imagine they're going to try and, you know, take this last mid tower and then take Roshan before heading for high ground. And I'm not sure what can be done to disrupt them. You know, a good team fight ultimate, a good Chronosphere could potentially do a lot. There's a lot of damage that can be dumped into it by the Winter Wyvern and the Zeus if it gets off. There's the Veil on that Zeus, but as long as Secret Weapon are able to keep themselves spread out in these team fights, things should be pretty safe. Marana now going for the Stormhammer. Might have to think about selling that Ring of Aquila soon, but farming very well. Staying ahead of the Faceless Void comfortably. Is getting charged now and pretty isolated. I think this could be a dead Marana here. Chronosphere is going to be used. Inukatel is here. Oh man, that Starstorm fall damage does do a lot. It takes a 3-hero rotation, but Faceless Void picks up a kill on the Marana and has 3,000 gold now, so still farming, but not farming nearly as fast as this Anti-Mage. It's now 5,000 gold ahead, and the Roche attempt is underway. Abyssal Blade has been picked up, so serious lockdown now with the Roar and the Abyssal and the Arrow. Lots of stuns coming out of Secret Weapon. Could see a fight around Roche here. Zuzol comes out and the Lich so low is going to go down. Wow. Dust comes out too, but Roar and Disruptor ultimate. Wild Axes. Oh! JHD nearly going down there. Will survive barely. Necro units being sent in. Disruptor really wants this kill. Puts up the party ring, but it's not enough. And Disruptor is going to die, unfortunately. All alone, Aztec gets bashed. So, poor Roche attempt. Wasted Marana also. Marana, in fact, teleporting in here. This could be bad news. There are a lot of dire heroes here. And that Roche attempt backfiring badly on Secret Weapon. Anti-Mage is going to push out mid though, and did survive that fight, so that's the important thing. Only lost the Disruptor and the Lich. Could have gone worse, but would have liked to get Roshan. And now Offlaners Co. going to go in for Roche themselves. Not going to be the quickest, and the arrow is going to come in. Misses though. Veil misses. Marana comes in. Stars are going to come down. We're going to see another figure here. Doom goes out immediately, and Marana dies. Just walked into the middle of too many enemy heroes and goes down. Chronosphere from Paju. Warzy of Time is going to go down as well, and suddenly Offlaners Co. in 2 Roshan fights have put themselves back firmly into contention in this game. Charge onto the Hawk here to give vision to kill it. They're going to pick up this Roshan. Aegis and Diffusal Blade is the pickup. Good cost-effective agility item. And they've taken a decent chunk out of the lead here. They're still behind Offlaners, but see, that really, you know, catapulted them up the net worth. Paju now ahead of the Mirana on net worth for the first time this game, I think. So that's a good sign. And finally, is that at the first item? Wow. JHD has an item. Blade Mail picked up. Blade Mail very strong now, of course. The damage return been buffed significantly. Like they're thinking about a charge on top, but decide better of it. And no damage yet on this top tower, but this top lane very pushed out. So I would expect Secret Weapon to be a little gun shy now after losing that Roche fight badly. They might want to hang back and not really do anything until Roche comes up again, or at least until this Aegis is expired. Just continue to farm up. We're on a 2k gold now. And 4 staff coming rather than Guardian Greaves or Aztec would be useful. Since there isn't one yet. Beastmaster, 1500 gold. Not sure what the Beastmaster should be going for next here, really. Probably utility item. Eagle Song in the inventory of MGA will be going into the Butterflies. This anti-mage just continues to get scarier and scarier. Hasn't really participated too much in the big fights yet. You know, 1 kill, 3 assists. So mostly been farming rather than fighting, but starting to get to the stage now with this, you know, Abyssal Butterfly Manta style, where he's going to be able to jump on any hero and blow them up very, very quickly. And going to be a 4 staff on the Lich as well, so multiple 4 staffs. Maybe thinking about this Chronosphere issue that they've been having and wanting to be able to perhaps keep the supports back and rescue heroes from Chronosphere with 4 staffs. We'll see if that is indeed the strategy that they go for. Offlaners Co. mostly sort of hanging around inside their own base here, even though they have this Aegis. Really not feeling too confident. Zeus has picked up a Blink as well as his Veil and Aether Lens. Has a pretty good chunk of gold on top of that. Probably going for Ags next, I would guess. Keep that damage output going. And it's going to be Vlad's on the Beastmaster, so utility item, help out your carry, help out with the push, which we already know to be very strong. It's not going to be long before MGA has this Butterfly either. He's up to 22k net worth, now 8k ahead of the Void, and Mirana has come back in front of the Void. I really think perhaps the lack of a farming item on the Void may prove to be something that Offlaners Co regret at the end of this game. Just this Mirana with the early Ags pickup has just been able to reap huge amounts of gold off of the map, and now has the Mjolnir completed, more than 1,000 gold on top of that, so comfortably wealthy. And man, it's like mirror builds in a lot of ways. He has had to pick up the Diffusal Blade to replicate the mana burn of the anti-mage. But we'll now go into the same Butterfly as the anti-mage, it looks like. For Paju. Scan used, beep 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 beep, for the first time, I think, this game, or maybe I just haven't been paying attention. Doesn't find anything though, and both teams playing very conservatively right now. Secret Weapon, after losing those 2 big team fights, taking it easy. And we see a 5-hero rotation mid. This Mirana could be in trouble. Oh, but leaps away before the charge has gotten off. JHD, you have one job, come on. Gotta charge that hero. Wasted smoke there from Offlaners Co. Take a quick look at the graphs here and see, yeah, even though that big team fight took things back into the favor slightly, you know, nearly coming, getting rid of more than half of that gold advantage for Secret Weapon, but, or the XP advantage and gold advantage, but just haven't been able to keep up with the pace of farm and the amount that Secret Weapon are able to get out of the map. And we are going to see 2 smokes used. Whoops. 4-man smoke here from Secret. Arrow flies out. Will it hit the void? Yes, it will. Not paying attention. Leap, Starstorm, and huge amounts of damage come out. Doom does get onto the Mirana, but Glimpse is going to save that hero's life. Oh, the Necro units are going to kill Warzy of Time. Great Winter's Curse, but Anti-Mage comes in and kills the Wyvern. And Anti-Mage, in fact, chasing deep here. Abyssal Blade onto JHD. Bit of return damage there, but 3-to-1 trade, and suddenly this game has been broken wide open. Anti-Mage came to fight with the Butterfly, and there was nothing Offlaners Co could do. Great arrow to start things off on the Faceless Void, and then the Lich jumped in. The damage was done. And this is going to be mid-Rax. Zeus and Doom with no ultimates. And that's going to be 2 lanes of Rax. Possibly more. Let's see, it looks like they might choose to take the melee and then back out. No, they'll be able to get the full set of barracks. So, 1 big team fight win. And we see the power of that push that we talked about. Secret Weapon able to just roll over the buildings. And now things are pretty seriously bad for Offlaners Co. Weren't able to put up much of a fight without their Faceless Void, without Chronosphere. And I think that pattern will probably continue. MGA kind of far out here. Gonna get gone on by a lot of heroes. Do they have the lockdown? No, they don't. Able to blink away. And even these illusions just, you know, draining all of the mana out of these heroes. So this Doom has finally got some farm in this game. He's picked up a Lotus Orb and a Shadow Blade, trying to get some sort of initiation ability to be able to get in on heroes and get his Doom off. Faceless Void pretty far away from getting that Butterfly. Haven't really talked about items much for Dire, so we've got a Glimmer Cape and 4 Staff. Pretty decent utility items for your Winter Wyvern. Mystic Staff picked up and 1300 gold on the Zeus. So probably a Hex to try and deal with this Anti-Mage next. But no Aghanim Scepter, still a little disappointing. Anti-Mage Illusions pushing out this lane. Lots of problems there. Oh, the Butterfly is picked up, so Paju maybe bought out before dying there mid lane. So that'll help out some in the fight, but still I don't think it's going to be enough. And Roshan, you're having a relatively short respawn time, and one would expect that once Secret Weapon picks that up, it will be time for the game-ending push. Have a pretty tough time defending this. Not very good wave clear. You know, Zeus takes a little while to burn down all of these creeps, so defending against even just 2 lanes looks like it's going to be pretty tough for Offlaners Co. And we might not even see a wait for the Aegis. We've got 5 heroes in bottom lane for Secret Weapon. Although no, they're waiting around this Aegis pit, this Roche pit. Just want that last bit of insurance policy, maybe 1 more item for Anti-Mage. Yeah, it's going to be the MKB coming out. So that Butterfly for the Void, really not going to do anything. And there's Roshan back up. Anti-Mage Illusion will spot it and immediately suicide. But I'd expect to see Secret Weapon head into the pit pretty soon and take this game to its conclusion. 3k gold. This Beastmaster just doesn't know what to buy at this point. BKB might not be a bad idea, to be honest. Mirana also has an MKB, wow, so just too much farm on the 2 cores, on MTN and MGA. I think Offlaners Co just didn't have the answer. Weren't able to keep up in the net worth stakes with the Battle Fury Anti-Mage and the Ags Mirana. And the Aegis is going to go onto the Mirana with the Anti-Mage being pretty slotted out here. It really just needs the Boots of Travel and Moonshard. But I don't think there's going to be time to buy those things because I think the game is going to be over. One last chance for a big Chronosphere for all the marbles. Doombringer waiting to Doom. Doesn't want to do it yet. Waits for the Manta. Gets the Doom off on the real hero. But arrow onto the Faceless Void. Disruptor ultimate as well. Saved temporarily though. And Dusal goes off. This could still yet happen. Where's the Chronosphere? There it is. Catches MTN and Aztec. But MGA still alive. Kills one. Void trying to kill the Mirana but can't make it happen. There's the Mana Void. MGA gets the Winter Wyvern and they're able to force back. In fact, blinking forward. Void forced to buy back after being abyssal and murdered. And these last racks are going to go down before anything can be done about it. Wow, the Doom just melting to the right clicks. Zeus will die to NGA. Void goes in for another attempt, but that's the GG. Secret Weapon take game 1 against Offlaners Co. 26 to 16, not a 26 to 17, excuse me, not a high kills game, but a very efficient farming game. Clearly thought out strategy and build plan from Secret Weapon, well executed, and a confident victory. So, stream will keep going. I'm going to take a quick break from commentary, but we'll be back with game 2 of the best of 2. Mirana also has an MKB, wow, so just too much farm on the 2 cores, on MTN and MGA. I think Offlaners Co just didn't have the answer. Weren't able to keep up in the net worth stakes with the Battle Fury Anti-Mage and the Ags Mirana. And the Aegis is going to go onto the Mirana with the Anti-Mage being pretty slotted out here. Really just needs the Boots of Travel and Moonshard. But I don't think there's going to be time to buy those things because I think the game is going to be over. One last chance for a big Chronosphere for all the marbles. Doombringer waiting to Doom. Doesn't want to do it yet. Waits for the Manta. Gets the Doom off on the real hero. But arrow onto the Faceless Void. Disruptor ultimate as well. Saved temporarily though. And Dusal goes off. This could still yet happen. Where's the Chronosphere? There it is. Catches MTN and Aztec. But MGA still alive. Kills one. Void trying to kill the Mirana but can't make it happen. There's the Mana Void. MGA gets the Winter Wyvern and they're able to force back. In fact, blinking forward. Void forced to buy back after being abyssal and murdered. And these last racks are going to go down before anything can be done about it. Wow, the Doom just melting to the right clicks. Zeus will die to NGA. Void goes in for another attempt, but that's the GG. Secret Weapon take game 1 against Offlaners Co. 26 to 16, not a 26 to 17, excuse me, not a high kills game, but a very efficient farming game. Clearly thought out strategy and build plan from Secret Weapon, well executed, and a confident victory. So, stream will keep going. I'm going to take a quick break from commentary, but we'll be back with game 2 of the best of 2. Mirana also has an MKB, wow, so just too much farm on the 2 cores.
Radiant.
Okay, welcome back everyone to the Reddit Dota 2 League Central European Time Wednesday Division Season 9 Week 3 match between Secret Weapon and Offlaners Co. This match is a best of 2, in case you missed the first game. It's a comfortable win by Secret Weapon. Drafted a anti-mage and a Mirana and farmed the hell out of the map. Also did very well with the Beastmaster. And I want to call out from that match Aztec on the Disruptor. I think did great. His parry rings were on point. His ults were on point. Very good support play. Ended up with 14 assists. Led the game in assists. Only matched by the Zeus, who, you know, he gets assists for free, so that doesn't really count. So bans coming out similar to game 1 so far, in fact identical to game 1, with Offlaners banning Earth Spirited Slark and Secret Weapon banning Lone Druid and Invoker. Only difference between game 1 and game 2 so far is that we have role reversal. Secret Weapon will be on the dire side. Offlaners Co will be in the Radiant. Now Offlaners Co have picked first pick Faceless Void again. I don't think that was a good pick. And wow, this draft is proceeding very similarly to the first one, but okay, we see a deviation now. Previously, Offlaners Co got the Zeus with the second pick. Now they take the Witch Doctor, which was banned out in the second ban phase by Secret Weapon. So Offlaners Co deciding that they like the Faceless Void, even though I don't think it did fantastically well for them in game 1. But they've gone back to it, and Witch Doctor, as we talked about in the draft from game 1, is a hero that they played a lot in the past. Have Offlaners Co. Playing it in both of their matches last week against Vape Nation. So probably Anukatil, who was on the Winter Wyvern last game, will be on the Witch Doctor. And we would assume for Secret Weapon that we would have again Waziri on the Beastmaster in the off lane, and Neshu on the safe lane support Lich. Both seem to do pretty well. I would say the Beastmaster probably was, the Beastmaster play was pretty good. Lich, I think, could have had a bit more impact. Again, you know, we talked about the Blink pickup. I'm not sure that the Blink is the greatest item on Lich. He did get a 4-staff as well later on. I think he could have just gone for that 4-staff first and then maybe into a different item. Provides a bit more for his team. Now into the second ban phase, we see Venge ban, which was a ban from Offlaners in game 1 as well. And Secret Weapon banning the Doom, which Offlaners played. Not sure why they're banning it, given that they pretty much stomped on that Doom. The Doom really got very, very little out of the game. It took a long time to become an effective contributor for Offlaners Co. But Secret could ban it out. They also banned out Clinks, which was their last ban in the last game. See, Offlaners Co. banned out Lion with this ban last game. See if they go for that again, or if they change it up. And no, they banned the Mirana. Smart ban. Mirana did a lot of work for Secret Weapon in that first game, it's fair to say. MTN knew what he was about, did very well mid against the Zeus, got that early Ags, and just kept on trucking for the entire game. 10 kills, 3 deaths, 10 assists was the final score for MTN on that Mirana last game. So not surprising that it's banned. And we see Secret Weapon pick up the Silencer now.
10 seconds remaining.
Versatile pick, could be support, could be mid-carry hero. Certainly Silencer has a lot of upside. With the spell damage buff to intelligence, certainly helps him out. Hurricane Pike, maybe? Who knows? Curious to see where this Silencer ends up. Take a quick look and see if Secret have played Silencer in the recent past. It does not look like they have, so I'm not sure who'll be picking that one up. So Offlaners Co. Gonna need to be looking for a mid hero and an offlaner and a final support. Assuming this this Faceless Void is again gonna be handed to Paju and sent to the safe lane. And they went for dual lane setup last time, Offlaners. I think they might go for a tri-lane this game with the Witch Doctor and the Void, given the need to well, I guess the Void did pretty well in laning phase last game, so they maybe don't need to tri-lane for him, but he certainly got outstripped by the anti-mage. And Night Stalker will be the call for offlaners. Interesting. Not a pick we see very much. And a quick glance at Offlaner Co. previous matches, not one they've played in a while. Interesting. I mean, you know, Strength Hero's been buffed, Melee Hero's been buffed, so could well be viable. And the vision game is very strong from Night Stalker, so something to maybe counteract the vision advantage that Secret Weapon will have with the Beastmaster. Look at those teeth. Ugh. Okay, so Secret Weapon looking for a safe lane hero. Anti-Mage still in the pool and did very well for them last game. Do have a silence with Night Stalker, which something offlaners were lacking in their draft last time. They had the Doom and the, you know, stuns from the Spear Breaker, but no silences or hexes or anything like that. So a little bit of a less beneficial situation to pick an anti-mage into, but still pretty good, I think. Got the Witch Doctor as a mana void target. He's not bad. And Secret Weapon taking their time with this last pick here, or their last two picks.
Sven stands ready.
And they go for the Sven.
Radiant team pick.
So, sort of a similar role here to the anti-mage in many ways. You know, secure some early game farm, and then farm, and farm some more, and get to the point where you just melt people's faces with punches. Less of, you know, a super strong pushing hero towards the end, but still very good team fights. Go well with the Beastmaster Roar. An Alchemist coming out from offlaners, so don't want to get out farmed. Interesting to see. I feel like that'll probably be a mid lane Alchemist and send the Night Stalker to the off lane. Pick up a support with the last pick for offlaners, that would be my guess. And I'm going to guess that it is a mid silencer. We'll see. Secret Weapon could pick up a mid hero with their last pick, but I suspect that that would be MTN on the silencer mid. And they'll pick up a support hero for the Captain Aztec with this last pick.
Radiant team ban.
Darkseer being banned out, so ban targeted at the offlane. So maybe Secret Weapon don't think that that Night Stalker is going to the offlane. Could be, you know, could be tri-lane support hero, I guess. Would be a sort of similar role to what the Spear Breaker played last game, but that didn't work so well last game. So we'll see if that's a JHD Night Stalker or if it's an offlane Night Stalker. Although I suppose the two are not mutually exclusive. Dota buffs. Dota buff lists JHD's position in the last game as Dire Jungle.
Radiant team pick.
Which is funny. And they will ban out the Queen of Pain, so they don't think the Silencer is a mid hero. So we'll see. Clearly the teams doing the banning have a different assessment of the laning setup of their opponents than I do. Be interesting to find out who is right.
Remaining. Reserve time.
And a Troll Warlord, so
Dire team pick.
very unconventional draft from offlaners here. Got 4 melee heroes. Not much in the way of initiation, and a tiny pick, so it is going to be a support silencer. Mid-tiny. from Secret Weapon. Well, this is going to be interesting. I'm excited to see what's going to happen. Let's introduce players. Oh, and we've got a pause. And Witch Doctor is disconnected. Anyway, so it looks like we're going to have SBX 320 taking the Troll Warlord to the mid lane. JHD presumably heading to the off lane. Last game we had a double melee off lane combo with Ensphere and JHD on the we're going to talk about Doom and Spirit Breaker. So JHD in this game is on the Night Stalker, Ensphere on the Faceless Void, so not Paju. Maybe those two will head to the off lane, and then Paju on the Alchemist heading to the safe lane with Psychodiac. You have a different... Did Inukatel rename? Or did they get a different player in? I'm confused. Maybe Inukatel was a stand-in. Or maybe this is the same player with a different name. Anyway, Psychodiac heading south. And SBX heading to the bottom lane initially too. Oh, excuse me. Man, I'm not sure what these lanes are. They're sending their heroes all over the place. Anyway, on the Dire side, we have MGA on the Sven heading to the safe lane. Aztec on the Silencer support role. MTN heading to the mid lane on the Tiny. Neshu again on his Lich, waiting to deny a creep mid lane. And in the off lane, again on his Beastmaster, Warzy of Time, trying to save his Hawk. And it looks like Alchemist will be able to get a bounty rune pretty easily bottom with that Grievel's Greed. Oh, and 38 gold for JHD as well. Lovely. Early ward coming down from Warzy of Time, but it looks like it might have been spotted, and SPX 320 is coming to the safe lane on this Troll. So it's going to be a tri-lane with Troll Warlord, Witch Doctor, and Night Stalker in the safe lane, and the Alchemist mid, which I think is a better approach. I think Alchemist mid with Acid Spray farm should do pretty well against Tiny. That's my expectation. We'll see. Might have an early rotation from the Lich coming mid. Try and help out this Tiny in lane, make sure things go well. And we see Night Stalker coming mid as well, so both teams may be thinking about an early mid gank. On the off lane, Ensphere and Aztec trading farm while MGA gets started with his last hitting.
No.
So interesting to see if this Faceless Void is more effective for Offlaners Co. in the off lane than it was in the safe lane, because we really saw last game in the safe lane the struggle of keeping up with a hero that has really fast farming speed. Neshu coming in to provide some more harass in the off lane, and MTN getting his bottle up, so we'll be able to compete a little bit. And the bottle coming out for Paju as well. But we do see an advantage here early on for the Alchemist in lane. I would expect that to continue as now levels go up. Acid Spray comes out. That tossback is going to do some good damage. It's nice work from MTN, but taking damage from the Acid Spray himself. And Paju just pops a pot. So safe lane Troll Warlord. Been a while since I've seen the Troll played. Previous patches he was very effective. There was a time when he was a top tier hero, in fact, but that was, excuse me, that was many moons ago. So I'm curious to see what sort of builds. Seen sort of lifesteal based builds into early Roche is a common thing for trolls in the past. I could see something like that, you know, Lads, or maybe even Helm of the Dominator, Ring of Aquila. Remains to be seen. It's like Night Stalker is stacking the jungle a bit at the moment, or maybe just rotating mid to try and keep an eye on things, but not doing much lately, no major rotations, and Alchemist doing very well mid lane. MTN on the Tiny not being totally shut out, but gonna struggle against Paju, and Paju stacking up this side camp here really help him get a lot of farm in the mid game. We've seen Void abandon the off lane pretty much already, going to this side jungle camp here, and a very well run tri lane. Although it looks like Neshi is occasionally going mid to deny creep and give MTN some help and punish that Darkseer, but we saw Secret Weapon manage their safe lane very well last game and get a lot of farm for MGA early, and it looks like that's going to happen again. See if first item Morbid Mask pickup maybe for the Sven. 750 gold right now. And this Void, not able to get much.
Invisibility.
So Invis Beastmaster heading mid, could be a chance for a gank here. JHD will see that the rune is gone and maybe provide a bit of a warning. But could see... No, I thought I was going to say we could see a toss back. But not going to happen. Here comes the Beastmaster, but Aju wisely keeping his positioning good, staying out of trouble, and a lot of acid spray damage to the Beastmaster and the Tiny here. Choosing to level acid spray over Revel's Greed, pretty sensible. We see push coming in with the catapult wave in the top lane, and very little Void can do about this. Doesn't want to get involved, you know, between the magic damage from the Lich and the Silencer. You just don't want to mess. So MGA are leading farmer in this game, as he was in the previous one. And this top tower looks to be going down very soon. But unlike last game when mid lane was dominated, not dominated, but where Secret Weapons NTN did very well in the mid lane on his Mirana, this game he's having a harder time in the mid lane. So we see the next two best farmers are both for team offlaners, and that's going to make them feel a lot more confident going into mid game than they did last time. Lich has come through for a courier snipe potentially. Oh, it drops a very nice ward here. Keep an eye on things in the mid lane. And MTN throwing spells out onto Paju, but not going to have much effect. MGA even going and stealing the jungle camp away from the offlane Void here, as Aztec gets a bit of farm for himself on the safe lane. Meanwhile, bottom lane might see first blood here as nighttime comes and the Night Stalker gets a kill. But MTN is going in deep and gets a kill on the Alchemist. Wow, that's great from MTN, using that haste rune well. Neshu comes in to save MTN from the chase, and Psychodiac is going to go down as well. So a 2-for-1 exchange around first blood. Night Stalker did get the kill on Beastmaster and the bonus gold there, but kill on the Tiny, very much worthwhile. And 2 intelligence stolen already for the Silencer. And getting the kill on that Alchemist was big, because he's been farming very well. So it looks like we could see Blink first on the Tiny before even Arcane Boots. Up to 2,000 gold already on MTN. Pretty low though, needs to be careful not to get murdered here. And this Acid Spray is going to drive him out of lane pretty quickly. But we still see many heroes mid, and Aztec throwing out some harass. They're going to try and make the life of this Alchemist difficult as Tiny heads back into the jungle, unless the supports have some time in lane. Bottom lane, Troll Warlord is doing very well. You know, safe lane free farm. Beastmaster has really spent more time in the jungle than in this lane. Beastmaster, in fact, not doing as well as last game. I think only 12 last hits, but SPX 320 getting good farm, has that wand completed, and the Ring of Aquila. When we're talking about the Sven build, he has indeed gone in for that Morbid Mask first. Has his treads up now. Might head into a Blink Dagger next. Remains to be seen.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
And Ensphere has been getting some farm now. Has gone for the Iron Talon, so focused on the jungle here in the offlane. And we see some good stacks
Dire's top
been
tower
built
is
up.
under attack.
Bottom lane. Oh, and we see the Blink already out for Tiny. Wow, so very, very fast Blink. 8 minutes into the game. Able to dodge that coconut. And we see the first item from the Alchemist as well, which is the Armlet, which has become pretty common. Rushing the rushing Midas or rushing Radiance, I think is still pretty good, but with the Chemical Rage combined with Armlet and Mordigan, you can really have some mid-game team fight punch. Oh, and we're going to have a Blink ahead and toss Avalanche from NTN, but not going to be enough. Unstable Concoction is going to fly out, and I think that Neshu is going to pay the price for his carry's attempted gank there. Just not enough damage without the toss back to Lich. I presume was what the aim was, but MTN just blinking forward a little bit too aggressively. And getting his support player killed. Aztec will rotate to the mid lane to save things, and we hear the Troll ult going off as the Warlord with his phase boots will start to beat on this tower. Beastmaster comes in, drives him off with the Wild Axes. That's the Tranquils and the Iron Talon now. Not as much vision game being played as we saw in the first game. Just a couple of wards out for Dire. This nice deep ward in the mid lane, and another one up here to watch the jungle camp. Meanwhile, see another Avatos, and this time the Boar is out to slow things down. And Unstable Concoction is going to hit Paju. Can MTN get close enough for a stun? No, doesn't look like it. And the Alchemist will escape a second gank attempt. Ancients being stacked by Warzy. Just gets that one off. So lots of stacks for Sven to use. Meanwhile, there was a Chronosphere top, and the Lich goes down again. 3-man rotation up to top lane, while the Troll works on bottom to even the kill score at 3-all, and this Tiny, 2 kills. So going for treads, not the mana boots. But making use of this Blink Dagger. We see 3 heroes come mid. Trying to keep this Alchemist from getting too comfortable. Die over here, so this ward proving crucial as Secret Weapon, even the kill score at 3-all, and this Tiny, 2 kills. So going for treads, not the mana boots. But making use of this Blink Dagger. We see 3 heroes come mid. Trying to keep this Alchemist from getting too comfortable. Troll Warlord continuing to farm well. Looks like it might be the Helm of the Dominator next, or it could be double armlet, but I'd expect HOD. Don't really see on agility heroes too often. So pretty close game so far. 11 minutes in, we'll take a look at the graphs, and yeah, got a 700 XP lead for Secret Weapon, but Offlaners Co have about a 1500 gold lead, so very close game. No team taking a big advantage out of the laning phase. Definite vision advantage, which I was talking about a bit earlier for the Dire side, for Secret Weapon, but it does look like early on Offlaners Co getting more farm on their cores, or sorry, Secret Weapon getting more farm on their oh no, I'm just confusing myself now. Secret Weapon are farming well on their Sven and their Tiny is what I was trying to say. Oh, we're going to see a fight at the bottom rune. Alchemist getting low. Global Silence goes out. No one dead just yet, but the Alchemist is going to be taken down by the Lich. Meanwhile, MTN looks like he might go down. Yes, will eventually tick down. So Witch Doctor gets a kill on Tiny. It's the first death for the Stony Man. But this fight is going to continue. There are a lot of Dire heroes down here. Roar goes down on SPX. 3-man Chronosphere by MGA, but there's no damage to follow it up. Still, no one is dead in this second engagement. Not even the courier. MGA is here punching people, but this Sven doesn't do very much damage yet. Hasn't used Warcry. Stun goes out. Warzy of Time is getting low to the Void. and might end up escaping. Now Sven is fighting Void. Still no one's dying. Troll goes in onto Sven, and now Sven is in big trouble. Sven will get stunned up and die. The Troll Warlord gets killed. Blink in from Tiny though. Avatos, immediate double kill for MTN. And now we'll look to back out. Troll wants to get Aztec and will. Wants to get Neshu. Slow is out and will. Triple kill for the Troll Warlord. Alchemist is here. And now MTN on his Tiny must hide. Looks like going for drums next. Is going to blink in. Oops, looked in the wrong place. And killed the Troll Warlord with the Avatos. Taking all of that money back. Wow. What a crazy team fight. Paju gets the tower. And looks to back off. I'm not sure who came out ahead of that. 7 kills to 7. Take a look at the fight recap. And yeah, almost dead even. In terms of that fight. Tiny the big winner though, getting the last minute Avatos kill on the Troll. Doing really well. Oh, and it's going to be a Oblivion Staff? So maybe going for the Bloodthorn? To blink initiate with the Bloodthorn and then Avatos? Not a bad shout. Neshu is trying to stack these Ancients. The JHD goes in with the silence but doesn't want to chase, surprisingly. We see lots of Ancients stacked up for this Sven. I'm just going to come in and take them now, in fact, with the God's Strength. And has that Helm of the Dominator and the Blink Dagger finished. Start to maybe think about a BKB next. And this Beastmaster started to pick up towards the Necro Book 1 as well. Warzy having another pretty good game. Not quite as good, I would say, as the starting game 1, but pretty good. Top lane. Silencer kills the Witch Doctor, but it looks like Troll is going to try. No, Troll will not get Aztec, and Troll is going to go down. Oh, great last minute Chronosphere. Saves the life of the Troll Warlord. Still trying to escape. Endsphere is going to TP out on the Void. Double damage Tiny, not able to get much damage off. Looks like it'll be BKB next for this Troll who just escaped that with his life. Oh no, the Lich comes in. Beautiful placement. Gets the last minute kill, and we're going to see an Avatos. Lich ultimate goes out. Nothing for it to bounce off. Oh, there. Wait, there were things for it to bounce off. And a great little exchange mid for Secret Weapon, and with Beastmaster here, they're going to be able to turn this onto a mid-tower push. FTN blinks forward into some tower shots. And double damage has run out, but 4 heroes mid.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And Sven not far away. So Secret Weapon feel pretty confident. Oh, we're going to see another Avatos combo, and it's the Echo Saber. That item that I don't know much about because it's too new and wasn't sure what the build up for it was. That is what the Tiny has gone for. So going for those double punches, as we saw with that gank just there on the Witch Doctor, trying to get the maximum burst damage off by jumping in Avatos and double punching. Could be pretty effective. Have to see, definitely sort of helps to counter Tiny's main problem, which is lack of attack speed. Interesting stuff. We see Vlad's picked up on the offlane, so pretty sensible sort of offlane utility item, and oh wow, SPX goes down. Suddenly C3 playing very bold, pushing into the enemy jungle with all this vision from the Beastmaster. Multiple TP rotations come in though. Offlaners Co saying no, we're not going to let ourselves fall behind in this match. We're not going to let Secret Weapon walk all over us. But Secret looking very confident right now. Take a look at the graphs, and they have 5,000 experience lead, 2,000 gold lead, so not much net worth advantage at the moment. But Paju isolated, Avatos double punch, so much damage comes out. And we're up to 12 intelligence already on this Silencer. 3 kills and 4 assists. And Secret Weapon starting to look pretty good here. Only taking a couple of towers, but have both of their cores up at the top of the net worth chart, outpacing the Alchemist, who is going for the Radiance after the armament, has the Relic up, so it's doing pretty well, this Alchemist, but still a while before really peaking. And Alchemist drawing big scribbles on the map, dead and unhappy, and Night Stalker goes down. JHD did not have a great first game on the Barathrum Blue Cow, what's his name? Spirit Breaker.
Dire's structures are fortified.
See TP's coming in top to try and get End-Sphere. We're going to see an Avatos combo. Time walk away. Oh, the blink stun just not quite right. End-Sphere has a TP. And the roar comes out though. Orzy of Time waiting for MTN's blink to come off, but End-Sphere will just time walk away. Meanwhile, Sven was killed bottom lane by 3 men. Sven must have been out on his own, so SBX, Psychodius with the Death Ward able to get the kill. So all is not lost, and 10 End-Sphere ran them around, but ultimately could not survive. Aghanim Scepter next for MTN, pretty much halfway there, and Necro Book. And we're going to see Blink first, Lich again on Neshu. I'm still not sure I like this build, but hey, they won the first game, so who am I to question? So this Troll Warlord lagging a bit behind the other carries in the game at this point, but Faceless Void doing well. Should continue to farm okay. Oh, meanwhile, Avatos double punch, and JD is dead. Similar to the first game, just poor supports for Team Offlaners Co. Although there's not much farm on the supports for C3 at this moment, only treads on the silencer. Lich saving for that blink dagger. Looks like there's going to be a go mid. Oh, misses the Ava but gets the toss. 1 punch, 2 punch, but now MTN a little isolated, surrounded by enemy heroes here. Global silence to try and save him.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Walking back, Lich Ult comes in, won't bounce though. Chronosphere onto the Tiny. End-Sphere trying to get the damage off, but can't do it. Here comes the Troll though. Ranged axes coming in. Still can't get the kill. Roar from Wazri will keep the Tiny alive, but he'll pay with his life. Death Ward expended. So,
Radiant's bottom tower
able to
is
save
under attack.
their primary carry. And meanwhile, sorry, able to save their mid lane here, I should say. Meanwhile, their safe lane carry is very near to BKB, pushing in bottom lane. Still farming very well, keeping up with this Alchemist here. And there's going to be a counter push mid, all these heroes that rotated for the attempted Tiny kill and the ensuing team fight. For Offlaners Co, trying to push it out, but Secret Weapon holding them at bay so far. Take another look at the graphs and see Secret Weapon pulled out to this advantage, but not been able to expand it. Still fairly close on net worth though. MTN only 700 gold away from having that Aghanims. And lots of heroes grouping up here, heading down into the Radiant jungle, looking for this Alchemist who has his Radiance, and heading for Boots of Travel next. Void and Alchemist both running away. The Hawk is going to spot here. We're going to see a blink initiation from MTN, but there are a lot of heroes behind. Stun comes out, Roar, and the Death Ward is going to kill MTN along with the Whirling Axis from Troll. Sven blinks in though, punches down the Alchemist. And the Lich Ult bouncing through gets a double kill for Neshu. Troll is on his own, running away. Meanwhile, Sven is chasing Ring Around the Rosie. Psychodiac at this tower, not able to get the kill though. Has to back out, but a 3-for-1 trade. Even though they lost the Tiny at the start of that team fight, the rest of the squad able to come in and do a lot of damage. Low on mana though, so may not want to stick around for this push. Well, it looks like they will try and take this tower.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
MJ still has no kills, but becoming more and more effective, and looks like he will also be going for that Echo Saber. We're going to have double Blink Stun, Echo Saber, Strength Hero carries, and they'll both have Cleave once the Ags is up on the Tiny, so looking good for Secret Weapon in this game. They are going to have to contend with some split push now. Do have the Boots of Travel on this Alchemist, so he's going to hop up to this top lane and make a nuisance of himself while the Roshan is taken, which I think seemed to be the idea of Secret Weapon based on the pings that were coming out. We'll have to see if Alchemist decides to go for the full split push farming builds and go into the Manta style next, or if it'll be something a bit more fighting oriented. Could maybe see the Vanguard into Basher again.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
3-man smoke here. And Chronosphere onto MTN, Ensphere with Psychodiac and JHD are here for the backup, and the Death Ward combined with the slows and the stuns from JHD. Gonna kill this Tiny. So they've got killing the Tiny figured out. You just need Death Ward and slow him down. Tiny still gonna be held off from that Ags. I wonder if perhaps, yes, does have all of the components of his Ags now, so didn't lose too much there. But still, won't be happy with the pace of his farm being slowed down. And we see the Alchemist is now top of net worth, so the Radiant's starting to come into effect. And it will be the Yasha into Manta style, presumably Octarine Core after that, so the split pushing farm heavy build for the Alchemist. And plenty of good, you know, Aghanims options if the game does go super late for the Alchemist. So, not over for Offlaners Co. by any means. They are down to only 2 outer towers, and but they're keeping that lead with Secret Weapon built to a more reasonable level. Starting to get some vision out on the map, still not a lot there. See Night Stalker beginning to build towards that Aghanim Scepter, which will allow them to really take a strong vision advantage. Hopefully. Looks like a gank attempt is going to come in on this Alchemist. He's got a regen rune in his bottle, but may not be able to get it off. Ava, toss, punch. But not enough. Armlet toggle's keeping him up. Gonna toggle again. The slow from the Lich Ult won't be enough. And the Coconut is going to come in and they're going to turn on Neshu. Global Silence will go out, and so Padri will stun himself, but Troll Warlord comes in, gets the kill on Neshu. Ava toss from MTN, not enough to get the kill onto the Witch Doctor, and suddenly nighttime comes out. Roar has to be expended to keep MTN there, but there's so many slows. The Troll and the Night Stalker slowing him down. The Coconut comes through. The Death Ward again, and another death. Double kill for the Witch Doctor. He's building towards an Axe. Echo Saber is out on the Sven. So Sven is farming while this is going on, but 3 deaths in a row for the Tiny Aztec. Tries to TP out. Will they spot him? They will. 3-0 exchange on the top lane for Offlaners Co. Maybe they are starting to turn the tide of this battle. That should really pull them back to close to even in net worth, I would think, after that exchange. And they're going to go in for this tower as well. And Void gets the mid tower, and a Chronosphere and Wazir of Time doesn't have the damage though to deal with this. That's going in for the Blink Dagger, interestingly. So first time was a utility item, but a bit more of a selfish item. Second is going to chase, keep chasing. Oh, gets the bash and does get the kill, and will time walk away from the Lich, no problem. Great solo kill. Top tower goes down, and wow, Offlaners 26 minutes into the game, turning things around and making this a close match once again, trying to make it a 1-1 split on the week and keep their 500 record. Both teams enter today's match with a 500 record, so and perhaps understandably, Secret Weapon playing kind of cautiously now, not wanting to give up any more kills in this sudden flurry of deaths that they've been having. But they need to get back on it here. They need to keep farming. Troll Warlord catching up a little bit now with the Tiny and the Sven, and Alchemist starting to extend that lead. 3k gold out ahead now, has the Manta style, so his farm is only going to accelerate. And he can really start being a nuisance now, start pushing out lanes and farming the jungle at the same time. And it's going to be on the Beastmaster. I would expect a lot to come back and defend these pushes. Has his Necro 2, soon to have his Necro 3, so we'll be getting towards those Boots of Travel before too long. Might want to think about Boots of Travel before Blink to defend against these Alp pushes, we'll see. See if Sven decides to complete the Satanic. Gonna have to give up an item slot soon. May go for Boots of Travel, of course. Again, with that Alchemist out on the field, never hurts to have too many BOTs. See a Mud Golem here scouting Roshan for the Radiant side. And about halfway to the Ag Scepter, actually more than that, only 700 gold away from JHD. So support's doing much better this game, I think, in terms of farm. We're very, very poor in game 1. Also going to be an Ags coming out for Psychodiac. So the team fight is going to get very good at a certain point for Offlaners Co. With those two Ags, they'll have great vision. They'll be able to see the initiation coming from the other team. Even the Blink Tiny and Blink Sven won't be able to really get in on them. And, oh no, so Lich did not go for the Blink. Thank goodness. I mean, with two Blink initiation carries on your team, getting a Blink would have been ridiculous. But again, you know, not going for any mid-game items. Straight for the Mystic Staff pickup. Might be going for a quick Hex or something else. But I think we're going to see a fight here. Blink in, double stun from JHD. Coming from the other side is MTN. And immediately, the two support heroes disappear to the Echo Saber procs of the Sven and the Tiny. And they're going to go in for Roshan after this. And I don't think Offlaners Co. want to fight it. No, they don't. They might send an Alchemist Delusion in there, but they're going to be happy just to continue to farm. We'll see. It's going to be the Sven that's going to pick up this Aegis. Tiny goes to deal with the tower push. And wow, Offlaners Co. after that flurry of fights early on that went their way, did in fact get themselves up to a pretty sizable lead, 4,000 XP. Oh, sorry, 4,000 gold. But Secret Weapon maintained a XP lead, and in fact extended it a little bit more. So this game's still pretty close, 16 to 21. Just coming up to the 30-minute mark. One outer tower remaining for Team Offlaners, but no danger of a high ground push yet. Sven hanging out with his Aegis here. Scan goes down and sees nothing in this jungle, and it is the Octarine core. Oh, I missed the kill. Looks like Night Stalker caught out of position there and murdered, so still doesn't have his Aghanim Scepter. But with that pick off, we might see a push come from Secret Weapon. Top lane is pushing in, and Alchemist is up there, so can't wait too long. But Tiny with Ags destroys destroys victims very quickly and buildings. Psychodiac gets punched and murdered, and suddenly, even though we said this game was close, MTN pushing hard uphill. Clap comes out, and whirling axes, and a stun, and MGA is out in the front on his own and is going to lose his Aegis here, maybe? Lich Ult comes in, it's mostly going to bounce around those creeps though. Aegis is cleaned up. Witch Doctor buys back, Night Stalker's back up. Global Silence goes though, MGA comes in, instantly blow up the Troll and the Witch Doctor, and suddenly this looks very bad. Night Stalker goes in and dies, but that's a Chronosphere on 3. Can they get the damage out to make this worthwhile? They're trying desperately, and MGA is not going to go down. He lives, finally dies to the Troll, who came back in from the side, and it looks like Offlaners will defend. Can they get any more kills? Aztec ticks down to the Radiance Burn while TPing out. Wow. A very close fight, but Offlaners Co. do defend at the cost of 2 buybacks, Troll and the Witch Doctor, so they come out on the losing end of that fight in terms of the gold exchange, but very even on XP. Alchemist lived through the whole thing, and now Boots of Travel's back to top lane, and he's going to start putting pressure on. Warzy of Time, only person here to defend right now. Lich is coming back. And we're going to see Manta popped, and Alchemist is going to go to work on this tower. Glyph will be expended. Will we see a buyback from Sven or Tiny? Lich comes in and uses that newly purchased Hex, so good thing Lich went for that weird item build. But Paju has pretty much unlimited uptime on this ultimate, thanks to the Octarine Core. Is going to take this top tower. Should probably back out pretty sharpish though, because Sven is back, Silencer is back, Tiny is about to be back. Don't think they'll be able to chase though. And wow, those Alchemist Illusions did a lot of damage to
Dire's
Warzy.
bottom tower is under
Meanwhile,
attack.
Troll pushing in the bottom lane, trying to make the most of that buyback. Not able to get anything done. Tiny blinking forward. MTN, since that Echo Ags pickup, has died a bunch. And not been able to get any more farm going. So item progression stalled out a bit. Let's take a look at the item progression in general. Still no Ags for that Night Stalker. Too many deaths. Oh, Warlord maybe going for Sanj and Yasha at the moment. Still no Ags. So we thought that those Ags were going to be close for the two supports on Offlaners, but haven't been able to get them with these frantic defending. Yasha on the Faceless Void as well. Looks like we're going to see a gank attempt, maybe top lane, but the smoke from the other team is going to come in here, and suddenly we have a double Chronosphere. Warzy is going to die very quickly, and here comes the Death Ward onto NGA. Silence comes through to stop it, but it's too late. Sven and Beastmaster down, Necro units cleaned up, and there are 4 heroes top, and this push is going to come in, and there's no tower, and it's going to be on Tiny to defend. I think Sven will have to buy back for this. Haju is suddenly just massively fat. Has a 10k gold lead. Here comes the Lich ult. Sven has bought back and is TPing in. MTN has a BKB and is trying to punch the HD. The Troll is coming in and man fighting the Sven, but that's not a good idea, and he retreats. Haju suddenly in trouble, pops the Manta, dodges the stun, puts out his own stun. MTN so tanky, but will go down to all of these illusions, and this could be it. This could be GG. Sven is going to die as well. The slow comes out. Unstable Concoction hits him. He goes down to the Radiance Burn. Tiny has bought back. But the damage is too much. The Troll is here. Oh, just able to escape. Beastmaster will come back up. And the Courier will die for the Radiant team. And they're very deep in the enemy team. Huge Blink stun from the Tiny. But not able to get any kills. Alchemist will not leave. Kills second. And Aztec is going to go down as well. Warzy is going to die a second time in this fight. And it's only the Tiny left. Top barracks are going to go down to these Alchemist illusions. Not able to get End Sphere is MTN, and going straight for the throne. They know that there are no buybacks here, and I think this we could see a GG. MTN comes in, BKB, Blink, but it's not enough, and the GG is called. Wow, what a game 2. We were a bit short on action in game 1, but this did not disappoint. What an exciting end. See, Secret Weapon sort of knowing that they had to do something about this Alchemist, feeling like they were under some pressure and maybe pushing things a bit too hard, tried to take that bottom barracks, and the buybacks from offlaners held them at bay and were able to turn that tide and push down the top lane and take the win. So that is going to be the end of the cast for today. Thank you for watching Reddit Dota 2 League CET Wednesday. I will be back tomorrow with some EST Thursday games. Hopefully I don't have a game lined up yet, but I'm going to spam chat requests, friend requests at all the captains for those games, and hopefully see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching.